Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make a DIY burlap wreath. This has been a highly requested video. I post a ton of my pictures on Instagram of the wreaths that I make, and several of you have asked for a tutorial on how to make it. Originally, I was going to do a whole video on it on how to add in the ribbon and the sign as well, but I decided that I was going to make it into two videos because maybe not everybody wants the ribbon or the sign on there. They just might want a simple wreath. And then it kind of shows you how you can change things out, and then it's not, 20 minutes long. So that is what this is. You're going to see the supplies for both of them, but the video will end with just the wreath, not with the ribbon. If you want to keep seeing what it looks like, this is going to be the end product, and you'll need to see part 2. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a metal wreath form. These can be bought at Walmart, probably Michael's, Hobby Lobby. They're super cheap. They're around like $4 if you use your 40% off coupon. At Hobby Lobby, then they're a couple of bucks. And then there is also this wreath form, which is already pre-made for you. I'm drawing a blank on exactly what it's called. You can buy these at Hobby Lobby for sure. I'm not sure about Michael's. They are a little bit more expensive, and they usually only come in one size. At least that's all I've been able to find them in, and that is this size. But they're already pre-made for you, so that's an option. And this is what I mean by pre-made. They already have basically a pipe cleaner attached to them, which we can also do, and it actually is still a lot cheaper. So if you choose to go with just a wire route, you'll need to buy some pipe cleaners. I like to buy them in this burlap color. They were 87 cents. You're also going to need 2 rolls of burlap. I prefer the wide burlap. It just gives it a fuller wreath, but you can also go with a smaller size as well. Here the sign is stuck, but you can have, pick out some kind of embellishment you want on it, a wooden sign, a wooden initial for your last name, your favorite sports team, that kind of thing. And then you're going to need coordinating ribbon in, various colors. I chose, I think, let's see, there's 5 different colors here. I do end up not using the maroon color, but and then this large burlap ribbon is going to be used as another accent, so it will not be used in the same sense as the others, which you'll see in a little while. So you're going to just start by taking out your pipe cleaners, and you're going to attach them at every one of these little notches. So you'll see that every few inches there is one of these little dividers, and you're going to put them on the outer edge, like I'm doing here. Kind of tricky at first, but you'll get the hang of it. And you're just going to fold it in half and then just twist it on there just as tight as you can get it. They are going to be floppy, but that's okay. It doesn't affect how you make your wreath. So like I said, you're just going to do it on the outer edge. And I'm still learning how to record like a tutorial video, so bear with me if you can't see everything all the time. But you'll get the picture in just a second. That you're just going to twist them, like I said, on the outer and the inner edge right at all of these little dividers. So you can see here there's one on the inner and the outer, and you're just going to go around and do that. And here it's basically the same thing on this wreath. They're like I said, it's made a little bit different, but they're at the exact same spot throughout the wreath, and they're spaced just about the same. So you're just going to go ahead and go through and do that at every little segment. once you have all of your pipe cleaner secured to your wreath, you're going to spread out your burlap, and I layer mine so both of those burlap rolls are on top of each other, and then I bunch the end of it together and start on the outer edge of my wreath. Just pick a spot wherever you want it and secure it. I usually will twist it once, pull tight, and then twist it a couple times, and this is what your starting point looks like. And then just kind of roll out your ribbon or your burlap to give yourself a little bit of slack, and then you're just going to bunch it together and kind of fluff it up a little bit because you want a little bit of kind of like a bubble. And then you're just going to take your pipe cleaner and you're going to twist it once, and then you're going to pull it tight, and then you're going to twist it again to secure it. And just kind of fluff it up a little bit. Especially in the beginning, you kind of want to get an idea of how large you want your bubbles or how small you want them, and that is totally up to you and what your style is. I kind of like them in the middle, and in the beginning it's especially kind of hard because you want to try and make sure that they're uniform, and so that's where you really want to pay attention in the beginning, and once you get the hang of it, you'll kind of know how much you need to pull out. But you're just going to go ahead and keep doing that around your wreath. And like I said, this is on the outer edge. You want to stay on the outer edge of your wreath until you get back to your starting point. Alright, as you get towards the end of your outer ring, it looks like I have about one ring or one pipe cleaner left, and then I will be back to my starting point. So you're just going to go ahead and do that last little one just like you normally would, just like you'd been doing before. Go ahead and secure it. And then once you get back to your starting point, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to make a normal little bunch like you would, but this time you can either just stack it on top of the pipe cleaner and add another twist to it, or you can undo your original twist at the beginning and just secure this one on top of it. I prefer to undo it and secure on top of it so they're both secured in the same twist, just because it cuts down on, I think, the amount of bulk in that area, and it also gives you a longer section to work with in the future for adding in your ribbon and stuff. So then what you're going to do is you're going to take your burlap and you're going to move it to the inside of it, so you're just going to pull it over the top and you're going to secure it onto the next one. You're not going to do it onto the same one directly below your starting point, but you're going to do it on the inner ring on the next one down. And then you're just going to secure it like normal, and see, you can see here where this is on the inner part, and then you can pull it apart and see the outer part. And so that's what you're going to do. You're just going to go ahead and take that and do the exact same thing you did on the outer ring on the inner ring now. and I just take this time to kind of separate the inner and the outer ring burlap and kind of just fluff it up, make sure there's not any, you know, flat spots, make sure that everything is, you know, as equal as you can get it in this aspect. There are going to be some spots that are fluffier than others, and that's okay. That's just, you know, how it kind of works when it's homemade. Nothing can be perfect. So just kind of go through and make sure that it's all fluffy and, like I said, spread out. You know, kind of make sure that they're not overlapping each other too much. You want it to be really nice and full, and you don't really, I mean, they're going to overlap, and you want them to do that to cover up the wire wreath underneath, but you also want them to be spread out as well. Alright guys, so there you have a basic wreath. If that's all you're interested in knowing how to do, then you're done. If you want to know how to add the ribbon in, like I have in this picture above, as well as a sign, you can go ahead and click on that video now, and it will take you to the second part of this tutorial on how to add the ribbon and signs and all that kind of stuff, letters and whatnot, on to your wreath. If you have any questions, let me know.